and good afternoon. First Alert Meteorologist Don Maher here. Just wanted to check in with a forecast update for you as we make our way through our Wednesday afternoon. It is a bit of a chilly one out there. In fact, temperatures are running a good 20 degrees colder than we were this time yesterday. And what we're also going to have to watch is we're going to have to watch for the potential for a bit of a wintry mix in portions of the region as we head through the early morning hours tomorrow morning. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the graphics, and we're starting off with our Agawam sky cam. And as you can see, it is a dry afternoon out there. We do have sunshine, though it is starting to be kind of filtered out behind some thin clouds, and these clouds are going to continue to build in as we make our way through the afternoon and into the evening. If you do have plans this evening, you're going to be just fine. Currently 43 here in Springfield, so this time yesterday we had temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s, so we are quite a bit colder. And we're also dealing with a bit of a gusty wind. Northwesterly winds sustained right now at 14 miles per hour. We've been seeing these winds gusting 25 miles per hour at times, so that's giving us a wind chill here in Springfield of 36. So if you are going to be out and about, you do certainly want the thicker jacket. So right now temperatures upper 30s, lower 40s, maybe tack on one more degree. That's probably going to be about it as we continue to make our way through the afternoon. So right now we are 20 degrees colder here in Springfield than we were 24 hours ago. We're 21 degrees colder in Westfield and Orange. Pittsfield right now 24 degrees colder than we were this time yesterday afternoon. The winds have turned to the northwest as we had a cold front come through yesterday afternoon. That brought those downpours just in time for the evening commute, and it is still a bit blustery out there this afternoon. Winds sustained between around 10 and 15 miles per hour. We have seen these winds gusting 25 at times. So you factor in that breeze, it feels like it's in the 30s. It feels like 36 in Springfield, it feels like 33 in Orange, and it feels like 30 right now in Pittsfield. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, you can see those thin clouds that have started to stream in as we've made our way into the afternoon, and these clouds will continue to thicken up as we make our way into the evening. As I mentioned, though, evening plans, you're going to be just fine. Weather is not going to be a factor, but what we are watching is that system over the Great Lakes, area of low pressure that is going to continue to track to the east and to the northeast. Right now, it looks like the bulk of this activity may pass to our north into portions of Vermont and into New Hampshire, but there's still going to be the possibility as we head into the early morning hours tomorrow and in through tomorrow morning that we may deal with some light, spotty precipitation. Here in the valley, I think it's just mainly going to be raindrops, maybe some sleet pellets mixing in. It's as you get into portions of Berkshire County, Franklin County, perhaps northwestern Hampshire County, where there may be a little bit of a wintry mix mixing in. The one wild card is, as this system approaches, we are going to be dealing with a fair amount of dry air, and that may kind of erode that precipitation away as we make our way through the overnight and into tomorrow morning. So there is that slight possibility that we don't really see anything out of this system until later tomorrow morning, early tomorrow afternoon. It all depends on that dry air that's going to be in place, how quickly the moisture can override that dry air, and we start to see that precipitation make its way down to the surface. So as we take a look at future casts, no concerns as we make our way through the afternoon and into the evening. It's as we head on into the early morning hours tomorrow, into tomorrow morning. This is where we could see that bit of precipitation begin to move on in, and it could be cold enough in some of the higher elevations, especially as you get above 1,000 feet, that we could see a little bit of mixing take place, perhaps some sleet, some freezing rain, and some snow. Eventually, that warmer air does win out, overrides the colder air at the surface, and we all transition over to rain showers by late tomorrow morning into early tomorrow afternoon. And then that system will begin to move on out by tomorrow evening. We'll get drier air in here for tomorrow night and into the day on Friday. Though Friday is going to feature a fair amount of clouds, and while the winds tomorrow are going to be lighter, behind this system we're going to see the winds turn to the west-northwest once again. It is going to turn rather breezy around here for Friday, but temperatures on Friday do look to be a little bit warmer. So right now the only winter weather advisories that are in place are for Berkshire County, and those are in effect from 9 o'clock this evening until 1 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. Right now there are no advisories for Franklin, Hampshire, and Hamden County at this time. So we're looking at a light wintry mix, especially as I mentioned, in those hill towns, eventually changing over to rain. For us here in the lower valley, right now I'm leaning more towards some raindrops, maybe a little bit of sleet pellets mixing in. So the roads mainly are going to be wet here in the valley tomorrow morning, perhaps some icy spots possible, in the hills, especially as you go higher up in elevation. Little to no snow accumulation. Once again, it's going to be mainly confined to the higher terrain, but even still, it's looking like amounts are going to be on the lower side. Maybe a coating to an inch northern Berkshire County into western Franklin County, northwestern Hampshire County. Maybe seeing some flakes mixing in along the I-91 corridor. But certainly this does not look like it is going to be a major weather maker. It does not look like it's going to be very disruptive to tomorrow morning's commute either. In fact, the areas that may see a little bit of icing once again, you're going to be getting into portions of northern Berkshire County and into the hill towns of western Franklin, western Hampshire, northwestern Hamden County. But even still, that may also be confined to higher structures, trees, things of that nature. But bottom line, plan on, especially if you are in those higher elevations, that your morning commute may be a little bit slower if we do see this precipitation moving on in during the overnight and into the early morning hours tomorrow. So tomorrow, temperatures in the lower to middle 40s. It is going to be another chilly day, and then Friday we're back into the upper 40s, lower 50s, right around where we should be for this time of year, though Friday will be a little bit breezy, as will Saturday. Temperatures on Saturday cooling down once again back into the mid to upper 40s. The winds do relax a bit tomorrow between around 5 and 10 miles per hour, but then the breeze does pick up once again as we head on into Friday and into the day on Saturday. So if you have plans this weekend, I think you're going to be just fine overall. We will see a blend of sunshine and clouds around here as we head on into both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday right now looking just a little bit brighter than Sunday, but also a couple of degrees warmer with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. So as we take a look at what you can expect over the next 10 days, that system pulling away by Friday. It will pull in some cooler air for the weekend with temperatures in the upper 40s on Saturday, lower 40s as we head on into the day on Sunday. Still chilly as we head on into the start of the work week next week, but then we may start to moderate temperatures back into the mid-50s by the time we get towards mid next week. Next chance precipitation right now looks like it may come in the form of some showers as we head on into later next Friday afternoon. That's check of your forecast. Have a great afternoon, everyone.